Today we are discussing the interview questions and answers for AWS Certified Security Specialty. You can download the complete list of AWS based questions from the link provided in the description. Our interview question based on Certified Security Specialty is: what are the best practices for securing data in Amazon S3 buckets? Your answer should be some best practices for securing data in Amazon S3 buckets include enabling bucket encryption, configuring access control using IAM policies and bucket policies, enabling versioning and MFA, that is multi-factor authentication delete, and regularly auditing bucket permissions and configurations. Our next interview question is: what is AWS IAM and how does it relate to security on AWS? Your answer should be AWS Identity and Access Management. IAM is a service that helps you securely control access to AWS resources. It allows you to manage users, groups, roles, and their respective permissions. IAM plays a crucial role in implementing the principle of least privilege and ensuring the security of your AWS environment by controlling who can access what resources. Our next interview question is: what are the key components of AWS IAM? Your answer should be the key components of AWS IAM include: users represent individuals or entities within your organization who interact with AWS resources. Next one is groups, a collection of users with the same set of permissions. Next one is roles, similar to users but are not associated with a specific identity. Roles are assumed by entities such as AWS services, users, or applications. And the last one is policies, JSON documents that define permissions. They can be attached to users, groups, or roles to specify what actions are allowed or denied. Our next interview question is: how do you ensure the security of IAM users' credentials? Your answer should be to ensure the security of IAM users' credentials. Best practices include enforcing strong password policies, enabling multi-factor authentication MFA for extra security, regularly rotating access keys and secret keys, avoiding the use of root account credentials and instead using IAM users with appropriate permissions, implementing IAM policies to control access to resources. Our next interview question is: what is AWS Key Management Service KMS and how does it help with security? Your answer should be AWS Key Management Service KMS is a managed service that makes it easy for you to create and control the encryption keys used to encrypt your data. KMS helps improve security by providing centralized key management integrated with AWS services and your applications to encrypt data at rest and in transit. Our next interview question is: explain the concept of server-side encryption in AWS S3. Your answer should be server-side encryption is a feature of AWS S3 that automatically encrypts data at rest. There are three options for server-side encryption in S3. First, SSE S3. Amazon S3 manages the keys used for encryption. Second is SSE KMS. AWS Key Management Service KMS manages the keys used for encryption. Third one is SSEC. The customer manages the keys used for encryption outside of AWS. If you are preparing for any AWS-based certifications, you can download the complete list of valid, tried and tested questions and answers from the link provided in the description below.